Yo, what up guys, it's Stickman here, and the beta for Sonic Rumble is officially live, and I've gotta say, this is looking so much better than I expected. So Sonic Rumble is the new Battle Royale mobile Sonic game set to be releasing this winter of 2024. And unlike Sonic Dream Team or Sonic Mania on mobile, this game will be free and it's going to release on both iOS and Android, no Apple Arcade or Netflix subscription exclusivity, which is already a major plus for the game's accessibility and overall general popularity. This game is essentially a mobile version of Fall Guys, but entirely Sonic themed, which is a pretty solid premise for a mobile game, I think. And like I said before, we got our first taste of the game today, which I unfortunately couldn't play because, well, I don't live in the good old USA. But massive shout out to my buddy Mr. Needlemouse for all the footage that we're going to be taking a look at and breaking down today. I mean, seriously, go check him out. His content is incredible. Keep in mind as well that because I didn't actually get to play the game myself, I can't accurately judge things like controls and movement, but I'll do my best. I'm also not sure about whether the game has controller support or not, but I would really hope so. That would be really nice. But let's just jump into it. So the game starts with an intro cutscene, which I already didn't expect, so that's pretty cool. And it seems like the premise of the game is that Sonic and Eggman are playing with toys or something. I don't know, it really doesn't matter to be honest. You're then taken to a tutorial level which teaches you the game's basics. Right off the bat, I've got to say, I'm digging the new art style. I mean, I know it's kind of chibi-like, but I think that aesthetic works really well for a mobile game. It's really simplistic, but very colorful, and I especially like the smaller proportions on the character models. I will say though, I think the character speed is a little bit too slow. You are kind of sluggish. I think, when it comes to Sonic games, we do expect a little bit more speed. At the same time, I do understand that they sort of did it to make the platforming a little bit easier, but I think the game would greatly benefit from a little bit of a speed increase. Like just a tad, it doesn't have to be too much. In terms of your moveset, you've got a double jump and a homing attack, which is pretty much all you need for this type of game. You can push other players around, but I'm not sure if they're going to add things like grabbing in Fall Guys to slow other players down, but that would be pretty interesting to see. There's a major focus on collecting as many rings as possible, and the game absolutely showers you with them. They're there at like almost every turn. Let's say you break a tree, you're going to get a ton of rings. You destroy some structures, you're going to get lots and lots of rings. And rings are actually really important because you're going to have to compete with 32 other players in 3 rounds to survive and get the most rings in order to win a match. You also get some power-ups like a boost capsule with Sonic shoes instead of white wisps, and an attack capsule which lets you deal serious damage. Also, are these 20 and 50 ring pickups new? Cause that's definitely a neat addition if so. All of my concerns about the game's frame rate are completely gone because even though it's locked to 30 FPS, it is a stable 30 FPS unlike the trailer which literally couldn't even hit 20 FPS at times. But who knows, maybe that will still vary depending on your hardware's capabilities. Side note, man, they really gotta stop revealing these games like this, bruh. I mean, it reminds me of the IGN first footage when we saw Sonic Frontiers for the first time, and it really wasn't accurate to the final release at all, so, man, make the marketing good, please. I've got to say this though, I'm really glad that Sega is really starting to embrace online multiplayer in Sonic games more often. We had an online mode in Team Sonic Racing and Superstars, which died off pretty quickly, admittedly. And we also had Sonic Forces Speed Battle and Sonic Speed Simulator, and now we have this entire game, which is definitely much needed because I just want more experiences where I can just, chill, hang out with my friends, play some Sonic, In terms of the actual gameplay itself, the rounds are a lot like what you would expect from a Sonic-themed Fall Guys game. Sonic-themed Fall Guys rounds. You got pretty much the slime climb, survival rounds, races, they even got the door rounds too. Honestly, I really don't mind that it takes a lot from Fall Guys because, well, games like Sonic Dash clearly took a lot from Temple Run and Subway Surfers, and most popular mobile games in general tend to be clones at their core. It's really about what they do to enhance their game's formula with their own twists and turns that make them worth checking out. Like a perfect example of this would be that one survival round in Silent Forest where you have to avoid the owl's gaze, just like in that one Sonic Lost World level, which is fan service done perfectly, and it works great as a survival round. The shop contains pretty much exactly what you would expect. These skins are actually really cool. I mean, I didn't expect the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog theme skins, and I especially didn't expect a Crystal Zavok? That's freaking sick! You can get skins, emotes, effects, and stickers from the shop, all with rings, and all of the items have rarities as well. The game even has a season pass, just like every other live service game, and it's got free pass rewards and premium pass rewards, which costs 100 red star rings. I don't know how much that is in real world dollars yet, but we will see. Oh yeah, and you also have buddies again, just like in Sonic Runners, and I guess Speed Sim too. So that's awesome. Hopefully they're not stat altering. The game brings back several iconic levels from the series past, including the ones you'd expect, such as, of course, Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant, and Sky Sanctuary, but we also get some interesting new ones like Frozen Factory, Lava Mountain, and Silent Forest from Sonic Lost World, Starlight Carnival from Sonic Colors, and Seaside Hill from the iconic Sonic Heroes. The level selection makes perfect sense considering the game's lighthearted tone, so classic themed levels and some more brighter themed levels make a lot of sense with the game's style. So overall, I think this beta was really good, and I think that this game is going to be pretty fun. It already has a lot of depth to it, making it way better than a lot of existing Sonic mobile games to me. Having a dedicated multiplayer Sonic game that gets updated over time, that's going to be really fun, and I can definitely see myself playing this game during the downtime between main releases whenever a new season drops. It would be cool to see events and collabs as well. Like, could you imagine Sega IPs crossing over like Knights or Crazy Taxi? That would be awesome. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the game so far. Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Massive shout out to all the channel members for the insanely generous support. Shout out to Sonic Heroes 54, Azura, Shadow Tart, and Rewind Plays. If you'd like to become a channel member, be sure to hit that join button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.